Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a good day. And today we'll be looking at the biggest LEGO sets of 2024. So with us approaching the end of the year, I thought it'd be fun to do some retrospectives, looking back at this year of LEGO. Starting off with the biggest sets of the year. So let's begin. Coming in 12th place, we have the X Mansion. So this set contains 3,093 pieces, and it is based on the X Mansion from X-Men 97. And unfortunately, it's the only one that I own on the list. But I still think it's a pretty decent set. It looks pretty good from the exterior. I love the color scheme used and the big sentinel there, but the interior is where it has a lot of its issues. It's incredibly cramped. Although I love the classroom and the bedrooms, the danger room and cerebral leave a lot to be desired. But we do get 10 pretty great minifigures, like our first Gambit, Iceman, and Jean Grey, as well as the return of Magneto in his purple and red. So a decent minifigure selection, and a decent set. Coming in at number 11, we have the Medieval Town Square. So this set contains 3,304 pieces. So as the name suggests, we get a really cool medieval town build, where it comes with an old farmhouse, a cheese factory, an inn, and a shieldsmith workshop, and a small watchtower there. It looks really great from the outside. I love a lot of the building techniques, especially for the roof. Has a lot of textures and layers to it. And it also has a really nice interior build. So we get a small cozy inn there on the left hand side, with a few beds. At the bottom there, we get the shieldsmith, which you see she's painting the shields. And the farmhouse also looks really nice. And I love the animals spotted around the place, like the squirrel and the goat there. And the cheese factory is also a fun addition. So it's a really great looking set. I love the builds. It looks great from the outside as well as it has a fun little interior. And we also get 8 great minifigures, all unique to this set. Coming in 10th place, we have Tournament Temple City, which contains 3,489 pieces. And it's a really cool looking build. I love the temple design on the cliff there, and then with the bridge crossing on the left hand side. It's a really unique idea for a temple, and it looks really cool in LEGO form. There's a few other great side builds like the water wheel there. Reminds me a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean, as well as a pretty decent interior, although the temple does look quite cramped. And we do also get a really nice dragon build. The set also contains 14 minifigures, all of which look really good. As well as this set was a really great price per pot ratio because it only cost £220 here in the UK. Coming in 9th place, we have the NASA Artemis Space Launch System, which contains 3,601 pieces. And this is a really impressive build. It's incredibly detailed and well built and measures over 70 centimeters in height, so it makes for a really impressive display. So we get the mobile launch tower, which looks really great and intricate, as well as the rocket and the boosters look really great. So it's a really cool build and I must have for any NASA or space fan. In 8th place, we have Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tale. So this set contains 3,745 pieces. Now unfortunately I've never played D&D, but I've always wanted to. But I have played Baldur's Gate, so I have some context of what's happening here. But I really love this set. We get a really nice tower build with a bridge there, as well as a cool little tavern, which has a really cozy interior. And for other interiors, we get a little dungeon build with some skeletons down there. And we do get some small interior builds in the tower there, but nothing too interesting. And we also get some really great side builds like the owlbear, as well as the dragon, which looks incredible. And the set also contains 6 main minifigures, which look really detailed and really cool, as well as some skeletons around the build. So it's a really great set. I think it's a must-have for any D&D fan, especially if you combine it with the collectible minifigure series. Coming in 7th place, we have the Botanical Garden, which contains 3,792 pieces. So this was a LEGO Ideas set, and it's a really beautiful build. The outside and exterior look amazing. I love the garden and the flower beds there, as well as the tree. It's a really aesthetic build. And then the actual greenhouse itself looks really great. I love all the transparent windows. It's a really great looking build and looks just as good on the inside, where we see like all the different flower displays and all the agriculture there, as well as we get a shop and a little cafe in the back. So it's a really beautiful set and looks really aesthetic, as well as we also get 12 minifigures, which all look really nice. So a really great set, and definitely one of the best looking of the year. Coming in 6th place, we have the McLaren P1, which is a Technic set. It contains 3,893 pieces, and this is a really impressive build. Now, I've never actually bought a Technic set before, but this one looks amazing. I believe it's designed to 1:8 scale, which is pretty cool. Has an engine you can build as well as a gearbox, so it makes for a really impressive display, and it's 59 centimeters long. So a really cool build there. Coming in 5th place, we have the biggest Star Wars set of the year, and that is Jabba's Sail Barge. It contains 3,942 pieces, and it's a really impressive looking set. It looks really great from the exterior, and looks pretty accurate to the movie, and it is over 77 centimeters long, so it makes for a pretty impressive display piece. It also has a fully modeled interior. We get a cockpit at the front there, as well as a jail and a really detailed kitchen area. And we get Jabba's room, and then a little DJ stand for Max Rebo, which I really love. So a really great interior, and we also do get the turret on the top there. Unfortunately, this set is a little bit overpriced, and it definitely feels like it's lacking something because it's missing the Sarlacc pit and all the characters like Luke and Han and Boba. But yeah, overall, I think it's a solid set, just a little bit expensive, but still a very impressive Star Wars display piece. Coming in 4th place, we have the National History Museum. So this set contains 4,014 pieces and is a much better price per pot ratio as it only costs £260 here in the UK. And it's a really nice build. Now it is a modular style, so it is quite cramped, but it's a decent exterior build. I really love the roof design and the banners coming down. But the main selling point is definitely the interior. We get the dinosaur display of the Brachiosaurus, which is a really cool build. We get some astronomy exhibits, as well as some ancient artifacts. So as it's being modular, it is pretty cramped in there, but LEGO did pack it full of some really cool exhibits and some nice builds, and it's a really great addition to any LEGO city you're building. We also get 9 minifigures, all of which are unique to this set. So it's a really cool set, but definitely a little bit cramped, but you do get a lot of value for the money compared with some other sets. We're now entering the top 3, and coming in at number 3, we have Batman the Animated Series Gotham City. And this set contains 4,210 pieces. Now, I am a massive fan of the animated series. It's probably one of my favorite iterations of Batman. But unfortunately for me, I think this set was just a little bit too much of a gimmick. I don't think it's a bad set. I think it looks pretty cool. It's impressive they managed to capture the Art Deco style of the animated series. And I love the little blimps around the place. And we do get some cool buildings like the Wayne Manor and the Batcave, GCPD, the museum, Joker's Funland. So I think it makes for a pretty cool display. And it is pretty decent value for money based on the price per pot ratio. And we do get 4 great minifigures. But the set is just a little bit too expensive and niche for me. But if you are a fan of the art style sets and the animated series, this would be the perfect set. And coming in 2nd place, we have Notre Dame de Paris, which contains 4,383 pieces. And this is a really impressive looking set. There's lots of great building techniques going into this build, as well as it looks really accurate to the real thing, which is one of my favorite buildings in real life. It's some really impressive architecture, and even has a small interior. I think this would look great with the Eiffel Tower, although that would be a really expensive collection, but it would look really cool. So there's only one set left, and I'm pretty sure we can all guess what it's going to be, and that is Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings. So this set contains 5,471 pieces, so over 1,000 pieces more than the second one. And what I said to say, this is just such a beautiful and impressive set. So it stands at over 83 centimeters tall, so this thing is huge. And it's also the first time getting it in Lego form, and it looks amazing, especially from the exterior. I love all the rock and lava builds leading to the tower, as well as the Eye of Sauron looks amazing. And it also has a pretty decent interior. I think it gets a little bit worse the higher up you go because you just get less space. At the bottom there we get kind of a workshop for the orcs where they're making the armors. We get a banquet table, and then we get a throne for Sauron. We get a Mouth of Sauron's study, as well as a library at the top there. But it's still a pretty great interior. So it's a really great set with some really great minifigures. We get a bunch of new detailed orcs, which look amazing. And we also get our first Sauron, who is pretty incredible and one of my favorite minifigures from the year. As well as we get a new Mouth of Sauron. So a really great looking set with some really great minifigures. And that is it for the biggest sets of 2024. Overall, I think there's some really great sets in here, and I love that it covers lots of different themes and lots of different interests for people. Let me know which of these sets is your favorite and which ones do you own. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all have a good week. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.